Hey everybody, Chris back here, doing my usual. I kind of made this little ritual, I guess, doing Wednesday night vinyl finds videos of ones I, get all cleaned up, bring upstairs, get ready to put in the collection after I listen to them and stuff. But just thought I'd do a quick one before going to work as usual. So let's get started. First one, this is what we're listening to right now as well. Richie Havens' Alarm Clock. From 1970 on the Stormy Forest label, which is actually a part of MGM, I believe. So yeah, it's a great album. It is a cover of Here Comes the Sun, right? That's what we're listening to right now. Actually just started. Just a great album all around. Really enjoy it. Next one, I was digging through that collection I found, and I kind of glanced over this one. I don't know how I didn't see it the first time, but this is Harold Alexander. This is Sunshine Man. It's a great soul, jazz, funk. It's a really good album overall. More funk than the jazz, I would say. But it's pretty cool. Promo copy. It's on the Flying Dutchman, which is always a cool label. So definitely a good album. If you guys haven't heard it, check it out. And okay, these next four are all from the same artist. I've been looking for stuff from this artist for quite a while. I went to an estate sale, I don't know, it probably took me a while to get these up here, so it was probably a couple months ago. And this particular person at the estate sales, they always have, a pile of, the expensive stuff, which is usually Beatles, Led Zeppelin. They know the big names, and they price those all $10 usually and up. And so if there's a lot of albums, they always have the leftovers along the back wall, and those are all $3 usually. So I always go to those first, while other people usually go to the $10 ones. So I usually end up flipping, just as quick as I can, trying to get to the as many of these $3 albums as I can get to, and I was lucky enough to get these, and I was really happy and got them home, and they are all pretty much first pressings. So first one is Nina Simone Sings the Blues. This is a fantastic album. This is on RCA. Yep, RCA. This is from 1967. There was even she kind of wrote this. She was big into like civil rights and that kind of stuff. So the famous poet Langston Hughes actually wrote one of the songs on here. Backlash Blues, I think. And she also does a cover of House of the Rising Sun on here from the Animals, which is fantastic. So always good to have any Nina Simone, and obviously it's always good to get original copies. So next one from her, the amazing Nina Simone. This is on Cool Picks Records. I'll show you the label on this one. This is from 1959. Cool Picks label. But another great album from her. It's got 12 tracks on it. Did I say this? 1957? Yeah, 1957. And then it's got like jazz, gospel, soul, just typical Nina Simone from her. Really great album. This one is sealed, not even open. I still haven't opened it yet. This is Nina at Newport. Obviously from the famous Newport Jazz Festival, where she performed. This is from June 30th, 1960. So also on the Cool Picks label. So I've not listened to this yet, but she's got, let's see, a couple of her other songs that she's obviously had before. Trouble in Mind, You'd Be So Nice to Come Home To, from her other albums. So, and the last one is obviously the piece de résistance, or whatever French. Sorry if anybody's watching from France and I screwed that up, but I put a spell on you. It's a first pressing stereo copy, and obviously still in the shrink. I don't know if you can see that. This was I couldn't believe it was in the $3 $3 area. But it's got, obviously, I Put a Spell on You, her number one. Well, I don't know if, maybe you guys can leave a comment. I think that was probably her biggest selling hit, right? I mean, she had a couple other great songs too, but I think that would probably be the one everyone would remember her for. Just a great, great album on Philips. I showed you before there. Soul, blues, but I think she was trying to start to get a little bit more into the pop as well. So it's a fantastic album. I've listened to that quite a few times. Get this one, Beatles, first live recordings from Hamburg, Germany. What was the name of that club? What does it say? This is on the Pickwick label. This is volume 1. Very nice to add to the collection. I did not have this. Obviously, I don't like all the writing on here, but I don't know. At the same time, it's kind of cool because you see what people were thinking about when they were listening to this back in the day. So, next one, I got 4 more albums from this band. I think I showed a couple, but Ecstasy, Go 2. This is 1978. This is on Polygram, or Virgin, pretty much. So this is like obviously Ecstasy, new wave. Kind of a crazy cover. There's just a lot of writing and stuff, But I think the single up here was "Are You Receiving Me" or something. Can't remember which single they had off here, but it's pretty good. It's their second album. It's an enjoyable listen, I would say. This is definitely one that, Making Plans for Nigel. This is Ecstasy, Drums and Wires. This is also on Virgin, 1979. The Virgin label. Another good album, obviously Making Plans for Nigel would be their, one of the hit songs of the band, so it was nice to get that one. Another one by them, Black Sea. This is getting into the 80s now. I think this one is their fourth album, third or fourth album. Fourth, I'll say fourth. Generals and Majors was a big hit off of here. I think this was one of their best-selling albums, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but. And it's a double album, English Settlement from them. Ball and Chain would be the song off of here. Senses Working Overtime. I can't remember if Runaways was a hit or not, but this of the 4 I showed. I mean, obviously I like Making Plans for Nigel. That's one of my favorite songs by them. But this would probably be my favorite album by them all around. It's a better listen, I think. So next one I can't remember where I got this, but I was happy I got it anyway. I didn't have it. Van Morrison, Tupelo Honey. I had Moondance and which other one? Can't remember what other one I had from him, but I did not have this. So anytime I can find any Van Morrison, obviously I'm gonna buy it. Hit song Tupelo Honey and Wild Nights is also a great song. I think Rob, I posted this on the Facebook group, and I think Rob Syke was talking about, I still haven't done it, Rob, but taking an eraser to this cover, seeing if I can clean it up a little bit. I know people had success, and he kind of told me about it, so I definitely plan on trying to do that. So, all right, next one, Bob Dylan, Slow Train Coming, 1979, Columbia, as like most of his albums on Columbia. I don't even know what number album this is from him. I mean, 20? I mean, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to guess, but another good album from him. He started kind of singing a little bit more about faith, I guess you could say, on this album. I think he had found, I don't know if he found Jesus a little bit more, but he started getting more religious in his own personal life, and it kind of, I think it translates into this album a little bit, which is fine with me. I'm a little bit spiritual, with our family, going to church on Sundays and everything, but I think it's a great album from him. Let's see, The main songs off of here would be "Gotta Serve Somebody." I think would be the hit, if you're gonna say. And I don't have all of this next artist's albums, so it was nice to get a compilation: Roy Orbison's greatest hits, "Only the Lonely," "Uptown," "Crying," "Dream Baby," "I'm Hurting." I mean, fantastic. I really would like to find more of his albums, but I find that they're kind of hard to find. So, gotta make do with what you have. Next one, Johnny Cash, "Folsom Prison." This is an upgrade copy for me. I already had a copy of this, but always nice to get a better copy from '68. Obviously, Folsom Prison, famous prison out in California. I think he started doing quite a few prisons, during this span in his career. So, Everly Brothers sing "Bowling Green," "A Wider Shade of Pale," "Somebody Help Me," "Mercy, Mercy, Mercy." In fact, "Nothing But the Best." That's a mouthful for an album title. I just call it Everly Brothers Sing. But this is later in their career. It's on Warner Brothers label. It's like in '67. But I pretty much bought it for the song "Bowling Green." It really is a great song if you haven't heard it. It's one of my favorite songs by them. So that's pretty much why I picked this album up. I haven't really given the whole album a listen, so. Next one, Chuck Berry, "St. Louis to Liverpool." I always like showing this label, so I'll open it up here and show it to you. This is on the chest label. Got "No Particular Place to Go" on here. Just good rock and roll from Chuck Berry. If you haven't heard it, check it out. I showed Sly and the Family Stone in my last video. There's a riot going on, and I forgot I had this one downstairs in the pile. "Dance to the Music." Obviously, it contains the hit "Dance to the Music." So that's the title track, and it's the first song on the album. The rest of the album's fantastic as well. Really starting to enjoy Sly and the Family Stone, their full catalog of music. I'd only heard pretty much, just like everybody, greatest hits and stuff like that. So I'm really starting to enjoy the full musicality of the group. They made some fantastic music, and this is no exception. So I think that was their second album. Second album. Next one, Steely Dan, "Aha." I'm trying to finish out my Steely Dan catalog. I think this is their best-selling album. "Peg" would be a hit off here. There's only, I think, 7 songs on here, right? Yeah, 7 songs. Just a simple cover on the back. Great album. Personally, it's not my fave for them, but I don't know. It's still good, but I think their earlier works are better. Pretzel Logic and Can't Buy a Thrill. So let's see. Next one, another one from them. This one had some writing on it. It's a little beat up, but it's not one I see very often, so I got it. Steely Dan, "Countdown to Ecstasy." This is their second. This one has Donald Fagen singing, I think. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Donald Fagen singing on it. Plays piano, synthesizer, but mainly vocals. Good album. Okay. Next, The Outsiders, album number 2. This is 1966 on Capitol. Good old Capitol rainbow label. Hit song off here, just like Romeo and Juliet. Let's see here. Since I Lost My Baby. Good garage, poppy kind of rock, I guess you could say, but still good listen. I enjoyed it. Next one, any album from him is good to me. John Mayall, "Memories." This is on the Polydor label. early 70s, 71. Just another good album by him. This is got Jerry McGee and Larry Taylor as well. Larry Taylor, obviously from Canned Heat, he was also in the Blues Breakers. Jerry McGee, famously in the Ventures. So, has some major players on here. Has some pictures of them down there. Good album from him. I had not heard that one before. That's like my 5th or 6th album by him. He produced quite a few. So, all right. Next one was it's a comp. Young Rascals, Isley Brothers. Top Pop Greats. This is just a fantastic album just to sit and put on. It's got a lot of their hits. My Love Will Never Die. But let's see, I think the first side is the Young Rascals, the second side is the Isley Brothers, I think. It's not an expensive album either. It's really a cheap album. But yeah, good stuff. Good listen. I would highly recommend this album just to put on while you're doing stuff around the house and stuff. I mean, I really enjoy it. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Bob Marley, Kaya. Did not have this one from Bob. And obviously it's got one of my favorite songs, Is This Love? Any Bob is fantastic. This is no exception. Sun is Shining is also a great song on here. It's on Island. I'll show you the label. Here's that Blue Island label. Love it. Nice to add to the Bob collection. So, anyways, that's it for this round of vinyl finds, I guess you could say. I'm going to be back, enter probably a contest or two this weekend or something like that. But I just want to make this quick video before I head out. So, thanks for watching, everybody, and hope you guys have a good rest of the week and get into the weekend here. Thanks.